All right, so today we are going to talk about a keyboard I think a lot of people are waiting for. The first keyboard from Odin Gaming, the Nova 65 keyboard. I'm so excited to share this with you guys. If you want to catch the unboxing experience and a kind of a look at everything straight out the box, I did an unboxing video of that, so go check that out as well if you want. Now, as you can see with mine, I do have the black and white one, but I kind of dabbled with them here, kind of customized them up what I want, kind of what you get to do with the custom keyboard, right? So that's gonna be really cool. But even cooler than that, what I'm gonna be doing as part of our holiday giveaway extravaganza, I'm gonna give one away right here. The Nova 65. I'm gonna give away the one with the white keycaps and the white base. I'm also gonna throw in an infinity mouse pad and a zero gravity. This is my stuff right here. This is not stuff that Odin partnered up for a giveaway. Again, these are my things right here, and this is what I'm gonna give away to you guys. Now, if you're trying to be out there and scam one of my giveaways, make sure to go watch my giveaway video I just posted the other day as well before you try to enter this one, just so you can catch up on all that. But anyways, let's check out this Nova 65. All right, so first up, looking at the back of the box, is going to show you all your specs right here. 65% layout, CNC aluminum case, gasket mounted, 5-pin PCB hot swap, VIA compatible, south facing LEDs, yada, 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 all the boring stuff you can look online. Let's take a look at the boards. And again, one's going to come in at full black and the other one's going to come at full white. As you can see your case right here, it's got some nice loft to it. It definitely does. But again, this is how they're going to come. I dabbled it. It'll either be full black or full white. And then you can pick out which other keycaps you want as well right there. Keycaps, I believe, are $50. You can get the white or the black die sub PBT, cherry profile, awesome stinking keycaps. But again, talking about the board, it is USB-C and is by VIA that you can, or VIA, whatever you want to call it, compatible there. The cool thing is underneath, you got this clear little case on the bottom. Now, I do wish, you can see you got the screws right here. I believe that's where it's held in by. I think. We'll have to take it apart in a second, but I wish there was another screw in the middle because you can kind of hear that bouncy. I mean, you're not going to be banging on this side of your keyboard, but I think if it was just held in a little bit tighter, maybe an extra set of mounts right there, it would just kind of made it a little more premium. You wouldn't have that kind of clanky sound underneath there. Of course, when it's on the top, you're not going to hear that at all. Out of the box experience for me on both of these boards, this is, again, the only downfall I had with them. You hear that moving around over here in the white version. Now, this was also on the black version. There's actually two loops. Since it's gasket mounted, it's the PCB is mounted into the plate and then it's just sat right on there, if I'm saying that right. You know, the little bolts that go into the little spacers to hold it on were disconnected. And it's just sliding around there. Two of them were actually in the box because, like I talked about, where this can move down here on the bottom, they fell out. That's a stinker because, again, it was on both copies. Two of them were completely out of the board and in the box right there. So if I would have lost those in the box, the board would have been pretty dang stinky right there. So hopefully that's only something that happened on my two boards and that doesn't happen to your guys's as well. But anyways, I just wanted to get that out of the way. That was the only fault I had with these boards. And now before we go on and take them apart and everything and show you kind of how it fits together, I want to give you a sound test real quick. Now the one with the black keycaps, I modded and kind of created into a board that I would want, right? The joys of custom keyboards. I did the Band-Aid mod. I lubed my stabs. The switches are Everglide switches, so they come a little pre-lubed. I didn't lube those switches. And then again, that's it. I put a couple extra gasket mounts on the bottom of this case, I believe, just to let it sink down a little bit more, but other than that, that's really it. This one over here, the one with the white keycaps, is pretty much slapped together out of the box. Bolt is still off right in there, you know what I mean? Kale silver switches, kind of a simple, quick, easy put together build with no mods. And I want to let you hear the difference. All right, so as you can hear right there, clear as day, the one with the black keycaps, the one I modded sounds much better, a whole lot better. But the white one still sounded great. The only thing that was clear as day really different, I feel, were the stabs, which is an easy mod. Again, slap a little lube on it, you're good to go. The basic switches feel awesome, but yeah, the black one felt so much better. And again, these mods were simple, easy, some lube, some Band-Aid, switches pre-lubed, bam, slapped together, and it was good to go right there. Out the box, I feel like it needed some lube on the stabs here. Now, it also came with, they gave me some polycarb plates, which I'll include one of them in the giveaway for you guys here as well. I've never been a really big fan of polycarb plates. It kind of makes it just a little more louder. I like the sound like this. It sounds more like a silent switch, you know what I mean? And talking about that being a silent switch, again, I'm going on and on. I want to take this apart and show you guys, right? But talking about like a silent switch, that's the vibe I get with this keyboard a little bit. Whenever I'm typing on it, gaming on it, I game more than I type, you know what I mean? Talking about it feeling like a silent switch with a gasket mount, this feels like, I would say, I guess, the truest gasket mount I've ever used. I'm not a keyboard elitist or, you know, anything like that. I'm just a keyboard fan, okay? So I know the GMMK, they marketed it as a gasket mount, and I believe one, maybe the novel keys or something. I forget. I don't know, right? But this one, when I press down and I'm gaming on it, I feel like I never really catch that bottom out, if that makes sense, right? It's real soft. Amazing to type on. Yo, I could type on this thing all stinking day. You with me? But whenever I game on it, I just feel like it's slowing me down a little bit. Is that just me? Is that the way a gasket mount is? It's great for typing, but not so much for gaming? Help me out that in the comments, guys. I know some of you out there are really into the keyboard scene. But anyways, let's go on ahead and take this apart. I just want to show you again how it goes right here. Now, you got tons of screws right on the bottom right down here. You got 8, but what I want to show you is, yo, check these out here. Let me unscrew, wrong way here. Let me tell you what, if you get this, you need to get one of these electric screwdrivers. Just wait. Wait for it here. Still going. Get yourself a drink. Okay? Yep, still going here. I thought it was done. Still going. You might want to get a refill. Okay. Still. Holy stinking moly. All right. Some of you has probably left the video already. Take a look at that stinking screw. Like, holy smokes. You're like half a finger's length right there. Now, the ones in the front, let me go on and take the one in the front out. The ones in the front are not as long as that one we just took out right there. So let me tell you what, this guy is stinking sealed tight. So there's the screw in the front. Still long, but not near as long as the other one. Now, while I was taking it apart, I had one of the little screws on the bottom, one of the shorter ones, kind of get jammed in there. I'm not too sure what's going on. We're going to write that off as user error. But again, one of my screws got jammed in there. So before I give this away, I'm going to give it my best effort to get it out of there. So that's a little bit of a stinker, but we're going to write it off as user error. Anyways, after we get all those screws off right there, the top's just going to slide right off. And you can see the gaskets. If I put it down at this angle, you got 4 up top, 4 on the bottom right there. And it's pretty solid. And again, that's how it's easy is to swap the tops out like that. Now, as far as the plate right here, so you're going to peel it up from the bottom and then kind of pull it out because your USB-C is put right in between there with that little gasket where it sets and then that gasket. Now, the gasket that's in there, the stickiness is going to touch onto USB. So just watch whenever you pull it out right there because, again, it's going to stick to that USB and kind of be jammed in between. So don't just yank it up. Peel it from the front and then pull it back. Anyways, there we go. Our keycaps, stabilizers, our plate, and then our hot swap PCB. Now, while we're looking on the bottom, I want to show you. As you can see right here, hopefully we can get some folks in the camera. That's that little bolt I was talking about. As you can see up here, there's the one that is missing, which I have right here. You can see a little tiny bolt. And if you can see good on this PCB, which I'm sure it's going to be hard because it's so small, the issue we're having is there's barely any threads for it to catch on to. And I think that's why they're falling off right there. So if you get the board, just make sure you get it and just kind of take it apart and just kind of give those a little tightening up right there, those couple of bolts right there. Because again, there's just barely anything for them to catch on to. Now, since we just took a look at it all apart right there, any of you that are new in the keyboard space, just kind of having fun, kind of like me, right? As far as gasket mount, like I said, this is the first really true gasket mount I've used. And what that is, you see these little lips right here on the side. It sits on, again, those little foam pads right there, and then the foam pads we saw on this guy. It just kind of sits there and floats, right? They call it gasket mount. I think we should call it floating mount. It makes more sense, you know what I mean? And I think that's where you're getting a real soft feel, because again, guys, it feels like a stinking dream for typing. For gaming, for me, it didn't really work out. The other thing I want to show you is the bottom, the clear part, which I think is so stinking cool. But I still do wish there was a couple of screws in the middle right there, just because you can see you have that flex. I mean, again, you're not going to be tapping on the bottom. It's going to be sitting on your desk, so it doesn't matter. But I just think it would give it that little touch of premium feel, in my personal opinion there. All right, so all in all, there we go. The Nova 65 from Odin Gaming. What do we think about this keyboard? It comes in at $160 for the bare bones board. And then for keycaps, you're going to be looking at like $50 as far as their keycaps. Of course, you can use any of your keycaps on it if you find it working for 65%. Key switches, your keyboard switches are going to range anywhere from, give or take, $20, $50, heck, depending on what you get, they can go even higher, right? So let's just say, all in all, this board out the gate, to get it up and running, you're going to be at about $200 to $250. In my personal opinion, that's still, I wouldn't say it's upper tier. You know, you can get custom keyboards for up around $1,000, right? But I still put it right in the middle. It's not a budget keyboard. It's not an expensive keyboard. It's pretty much right there. You're getting a quality product. You feel it, especially when you type on it with a couple of these mods. It's stinking amazing. Out the box, I think it needs some work. I hope those bolts on the back, that's the biggest thing in my opinion. I hope that's just me, because again, if you lose those bolts, you're kind of kaputs, you know what I mean? So hopefully that was just my copies right here. As far as the bolt getting stuck, by the way, I left it on there, guys. I was trying to mess with it, and I just couldn't. I said, yo, I don't want to mess with this and ruin it anymore, so I'm going to leave it in your guys' hands. Sorry, it's for the sake of science, right? But I want to give you the opportunity to mess with it, so you know you can maybe do a better job than me. But anyways, all in all, the board, I love the board. It's fantastic. But again, at that price point, you're the one that needs to decide. Yo, especially, I guess, more custom keyboard people would know. Gasket mounted keyboard, what's the price range, this, that, or the other. I love the board. At the price, you decide if you think it's worth it or not. I think it's quality. It's built fantastic. It's a pleasure to type on. I stinking love it, you know, but as far as the price, justifying the price, again, that's up to you guys. As far as the giveaway, again, you got the keyboard. We have 2 mouse pads for you. Now, my keyboard didn't come with USB cable, so I'm going to give you my own coiled cable, a little white one here, corny coiled cable. I'll slap that in right there. We're going to let this giveaway last for a week. I'll close it out on next Friday. You all know how to enter, right? You comment down below. I only post my giveaway winners on my website, so make sure you become a member over there. You don't have to be a paid member, just a sign-up member, because then you get notifications as far as when I post a blog of the winner given away. If you want to sign up as a member, I highly appreciate the support. I definitely do. It's like my own Patreon thing, but you don't need to. You just got to be a regular member right there, because that's how you'll get notified. I don't search for my giveaway winners. Go watch that video. I cover it all right there. But anyways, guys, good luck on the giveaway. It's a stinking awesome giveaway. I think you're going to have a blast with it. Hopefully you can fix that bolt right there. I apologize. But anyways, thank you so much for stopping by to watch this one. I hope I helped you out, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for some future tech videos. Catch you in the next one. Bye now.